John Cena, you can't see me. I'm John Cena. So, okay, guys, beyond everything, welcome back to FX Good Psychology Fridays. So basically today, guys, it's more about trying to understand what y'all went through right now. And bear in mind, don't be shy, talk to me. I'll take this much number that I can to make sure that I engage to everybody. But one thing that I've noticed with trading, especially with experience, one thing that you have possibly went through right now or this week is possibly something that somebody else went through as well. So this eliminates the number of people to ask questions that are the same. So I don't want the people to be asking me the same questions where we can be dealing with one problem and get past with it. So it's right now, it's Psychology Friday. It's based on guidance about psychology. It's based on advice. It's based on questions. It's based on how to deal with a lot of things that's happening with regarding the market. So yeah, guys, that's just it. So yeah, I can see people are firing right here, man. It's actually insane to see you guys here, especially on a Friday, man. We know people on Fridays, it's all about partying and doing all these kind of stuffs and all that. But right now, all you want to do is to get the financial freedom and make sure that everybody's feeling good, everybody's feeling okay. So let's get straight down to business. Okay, cool. I have people who already raised their hands. I have hands on already. I'm gonna be starting with what is Balijawa Hussein? Balijawa Hussein. I hope I pronounced it good. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Nah, man, I'm pretty good. Welcome to FX Gold Andy Psychology Fridays. So,
okay,
how can we help you this week?
My question actually is regarding the last class, the Monday session.
Yes, sir.
I missed that, but it wasn't posted in the resources channel.
Okay, cool. Now that will be fixed with immediate effect, sir. It's probably
okay, that's all.
Yeah, I got a lot of videos that I record. I record when I'm with you guys, so sometimes I tend to miss which one was recent because they all say in the same space in the same platform.
Okay.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Valerie, how are you, Valerie?
I'm good, and you?
I'm pretty good. Oh, woman in Forex.
Yeah, we had to make money.
Yeah, that's one of the best things to hear, man. Woman in Forex, that's what we want. How can we help you this time?
Okay, today I was watching one of your previous videos and you were talking about like watching different traders and their strategies and all. For we beginners, name sometimes you watch several videos and then we get confused. We don't know what to do. So how do we deal with that?
Okay, so for the fact that you watch a lot of videos, right? It's one of the things that actually make you end up being confused. Remember when we say Forex is psychological? This means that everything that happens and that is nice with regarding Forex trading is gonna always be able to trigger your attention. So for an instance, if I was to right now trade an account from 500 to 100,000, it's gonna trigger your attention and it's gonna wanna make you to wanna reach the same level with just a snap of a space or with just a snap of a hand, right? So that's one thing that actually that actually affects a lot of mindsets. The advice on that is that don't look at a lot of traders in a sense of trying to imitate or wanna be like them. First thing, as a first step that you need to do as a beginner trader, you need to be focused on people that you definitely sure they can impact your life in a good way, right? This means that For an example, you might look up to me because I'm a swing trader. I have clean chart analysis. I have the best forex strategy ever, and all of that. That's the reason you might look up to me. So you gotta find somebody that makes you feel like you can be like them. And bear in mind, it's not just it is not a decision that happens all of a sudden. You need to go through trial and error. You need to see. If you look at me, maybe you see someone who you cannot be inspired by. You move to somebody else. You move somebody else. But the minute you reach that one person that defines who you are or that you see yourself through, that's the person you're gonna stick with. The minute that feeling catches in with you, that's the feeling you're gonna stick with and make sure you follow that. But bear in mind, you don't follow that by imitating or rather by being a copycat. You only follow that by the aspiration and the inspiration that you wish to be on that level. For an instance, people, as I said on the video, people tend to confuse me to have been a Falcon what guidance student, but I've never. It is fact that FX Gold helped me to be where I am today, but because of professionalism, because of business orientation, because of how the person treats himself, talking about Mark Hutchison, that's the reason why I look up to him. I look up to him because he's the type of person I want to be like, but I don't want to be him. There's a difference. I want to be at the level of mindset whereby he sees Forex trading as a business, a person who treats Forex with peace mind state, not in enforcement to make money. He understands losses. He does this, he does that. That's the reason. It's not a matter of fact that I want to be like him. I won't be him. I don't want to even imitate him. But I'd rather apply what I've known myself to the way I want it to be seen as, or rather the way it works for me. Does that make sense? Valerie, are you still here? Valerie, are you still here?
Yes, I was muted, sorry.
Okay, no problem. So now do you understand?
Yes. One more question, please.
Okay, cool.
How do you handle desperation?
Sorry?
How do I handle desperation? Like when I'm
Being
desperate to like take a trade. Yeah.
All right, don't mute your mic right now. So handling desperation is quite simple. You need to ask yourself if something is a need or is a want. If something is a need, it's something that you can live without, right? But if something is a want, it's something that you can possibly, pursue. So it's a need. It's sorry about that. A need is something in sense like, for an example, if I were to ask you a question right now, Valerie, would you say you need money or you want money?
Yo, I need money.
You need money, right?
Yes.
So as you need money, do you want to force having money or do you want to work to having money?
I want to work to have it.
Exactly. So that's the same mindset you need to have. The reason out of desperation is that how do you move away from desperation is by working on understanding that nothing in the world comes out without having to go through, not to say you have to go through pain, but you need to go through some certain lesson before it can actually win. Remember when I said, if the people that were on the tours, I normally say that, guys, one thing about trading needs to structure your character first before you can win. It needs to put you in a space that you would understand that you can survive without having money, but you actually need to have money in order to survive. I know it's a contradiction of statements, but that's how it is. You need to be at a space whereby you can work without expecting money, but at the end of the day, you get money. Have you noticed if you work on something because it's a passion, it ends up paying you without even noticing? For an example, I myself, besides trading, I'm a model, right? And when I'm working through modeling, it actually, I'm doing it out of passion, or rather, let's say music. I'm working on music as a passion, but it pays me without noticing that it's actually paying me because it's something that is a passion. It's the same thing as trading. When in trading, the reason why I don't really advise people to see trading as something that doesn't relate to being a career is because I know how it can actually mess up your mindset. For an instance, if you take trading as a hobby, a person who takes trading as a hobby, remember, a hobby is something that you do on your free time. A hobby is something that you do possibly when you're bored. A hobby is something that you do because you want to be busy. But you're talking about passion. Passion is something you can't live without doing. That's the difference. So if you treat trading as a hobby, it's not going to pay you as much as you want it to. But if you treat it as a career, it's something that you can't go out a day without doing it. It's the same thing that FX Gold apply. If we're not trading, we feel like some certain part of ourselves is not there because I'm not being on charts. I'm not being on trades. I'm not running in profits. I'm not learning something. That's the same way you need to trade out, or that's the same way you need to view trading. That's how you shy away from desperation. If you work more on the skill, trading is going to end up making you get paid without you even noticing. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, appreciate it. Stay safe. Corona is real.
You too.
Okay, I can see iPhone. iPhone, you are smoking happily there. I don't see your name. You just iPhone. You're wearing glasses and a white T-shirt. How are you, sir?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good. I can see you having a nice time there.
Yeah, it's a Friday, you know.
Oh, is it Jabatonda?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
First of all, just to say, yeah, guys, big ups, doing good work there and inspiring us,
Appreciate it, sir.
Yeah. When I see myself at that stage, I'm seeing how your guys' analysis are so great and stuff, you know. And
Yes,
my question is based on, it's actually advice that I need, you know.
Yes, sir.
On the fact that, like, how would you advise someone that's working a 9 to 5 to keep up with the work, the sessions, and to become a full-time trader? Because honestly, I mean, yeah, the 9 to 5 is just to be able to at least, you know, sustain myself and stuff. But I want to be a full-time trader. I want to be consistent, and it's something that I am passionate of. I don't want it to be a hobby. I do want to be a full-time trader, but like, I have to be consistent and stuff. And sometimes it's hard because of the 9 to 5, especially what I'm doing. It's asking a lot for me. So I just need some advice in terms of how can I then keep the consistency, be there in every session, like, or just to make sure that I get to that level whereby I know that 9 to 5 in the junk.
Ask your questions again.
So I just need some advice on someone who's working a 9 to 5.
Yes, sir.
To shift to becoming a full-time trader and working around the fact that because the 9 to 5 needs you so much, how do you become like that full-time trader and keep the consistency? What is it that you can advise in terms of strategy on how I can work around becoming a full-time trader and getting to the level that you guys are in? Because it's not just a hobby, it's really a passion.
Okay. So out of what you said right now, I'm getting 3 questions. You're asking me if how to keep up with consistency, number 1. Number 2, how to deal with a 9 to 5 job. Number 3, how to be a full-time trader. Are those your questions?
Yeah, but during it's like, because of the 9 to 5, sometimes because it asks so much from you. Like now the sessions would be like maybe 11 to 4, and those are during the 9 to 5 times. Yeah, like I just want to be able to keep up with the sessions and stuff. And besides the sessions, just being trading and all of that.
Okay, so the first thing, I'm going to answer questions, then give you advice. Okay. So number one, what's your name again?
So my name is Tepiso,
Okay, Tepiso.
known as Choki. Yeah.
Okay, Tepiso, how to keep up with consistency? So people define consistency as doing something every day. That's not actually consistency. Consistency is how do you grow every day with doing the same thing? Do you understand that? It's not about doing it every day. It's about the growth you get by doing it every day. I can't be analyzing every day, but still not growing accounts, and I call it consistency. Now, that's why we get people who have been in trading for 3 years, being consistent, but they still don't make profits. It's because you are consistent with the act, not consistent with the growth. Okay, so it's in a sense that in your consistency, do you want to grow, or in your consistency, do you want to stay the same? So you need to define that by yourself. Remember, how you fix your psychology is how you actually approach the market trading, or rather your trading career. All right, cool. And then how to deal with your 9-to-5 job, right? How to deal with your 9-to-5 job. I'm going to advise you based on my experience of being a student. So I was actually, when I got my breakthrough in 2019, I was a final year student. So I had to structure the time for work and structure the time for trading. Right. So as I did that, I know that, for an example, at school, I was needed from 7 until right about 2, if not 3. The latest would be 3. Okay. And then I would say to myself, okay, after 3, I'll give myself 2 hours allowance to take a break. And then, because I want this to make it work, I want trading to work for me, I'm going to push myself to that. At 5, I start with analyzing, I start with looking at the markets, and then I'm going to give myself time to that, no matter how tired I am. So when it comes to dealing with your 9-to-5 job, it's more of, it's like, it depends how hungry you are to succeed in trading. You see, if your 9-to-5 job tires you, and then when you get home, you want to rest, this means you don't want trading that much to a point that even when you get home, you want to rest. It must not make you want to rest. It must make you that even if you go home, no matter how tired you are, you still want to do it. That's an advice for the 9-to-5 job. You need to structure your world into 2. There's time to be a worker for a certain job, and there's a time to be a trader. That's an advice. Okay. Yeah. How to be a full-time trader? Structuring from your new 9-to-5 job, I would say, number one, as a 9-to-5 job, I structured it like this. You can actually have your analysis around about those time I advised you to, like from 5 till 7, 8, somewhere like that. Have your analysis in proper for the next day. And then the next day before you go to work, you can place trades just to make sure that you don't become a chartist, you become a trader. We have people who analyze for the sake of not entering trades. We don't want that in FX Go. You can't be our student and then you analyze only and be a chartist. We want traders. We build traders, not chartists. Don't analyze for not trading. Analyze for trading, right? So analyze at night and make sure that in the morning before you go to work, you place trades. And then around 2, when the New York session kicks in, make sure you moderate your trades. That's what we call trade moderation. You need to moderate your trade in order to make sure that you're not on and off track with your trading career. Does that make sense?
Sure.
To make sure you're on track. Sharp. Okay, now it's based on the advice. One thing I would tell you, I like the fact that you have a 9-to-5 job, right?
Okay.
In trading, in as much as we trading right now as Emmanuel, Tapelo, Jaguar, and FX Gold Andy, it doesn't mean we don't have some side hustles. Trading is our main stream of income, but we have side hustles in the sense that we're talking about properties, we're talking about logistics, we're talking about shares, we're talking about having a specific percentage on a certain company. We're talking about things we do on the side. For an example, in advice, Jaguar sells cars. For an example, that's what example I would use. Nice. Jaguar actually now is ventured to being part of the people who are having shares in some certain company that sells cars. You understand? So for you to be able to fund your dream in trading, you gotta have funds. That's why I like the fact that you have a 9-to-5 job. We're not saying quit, but you can only quit when now you are able to sustain yourself with only trading. At this point, you're not at the point whereby you can quit. In as much as if you want to be a full-time trader, finances don't allow you to be a full-time trader because we haven't reached your breakthrough into trading.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that I don't allow students to drop out. I don't advise anybody to drop out. In as much as a lot of folks say I dropped out of school or whatever, I don't actually believe in that shit. I'm one trader that graduated. I have a degree. I know should trading close, it won't close though. I'm just making an example. Should they say that the Forex market or the Forex industry is shutting down, I know where am I gonna follow.
Sure.
So you having a 9-to-5 job is a great advantage for you to be able to fund your dream. Right now, trading is funding all my dreams because I'm making money through trading before my dreams. Exactly. So now I'm able to venture into music. Right now, I'm able to venture into my modeling industry. I'm able to go internationally right now. I'm able to do a lot of things because now finances are allowed. So that's the advice I'll give you. Never think about quitting your job until you are able to make at least 60 to 70,000 a month without you having a job.
Yeah.
Are you good now?
No, that is actually the plan. Because it should be more than what I'm making. Actually, at least 10 times. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But everything you just said does make sense, and thanks, man.
Okay, sir. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Love you so much. Yes, sir.
Cheers. Thanks, man.
Okay. Who's next? Zain. How are you, sir?
I'm good in yourself.
I'm pretty good, man. Are you a colored maybe?
I'm a colored, yeah.
Hey, man, I can see that, maybe.
I'm blinking, yeah.
All right. What do you have for us today, man?
I'm more towards, I see you, I already have a 4-minute chart out and trend lines. I'm more focused on that. I want to learn how to draw trend lines and be specific on technical analysis. That's the most thing that I want to focus on, you understand?
Okay, so the first question I need to ask you, did you enroll to mentorship or did you enroll to our course? Oh, wait, don't mute yourself. Don't mute yourself.
Okay. So can you tell me again?
Are you enrolled to mentorship or are you enrolled to our course?
Mentorship.
Okay, so that's the reason why it's hard for you to kind of cater for you understanding the trend line. Because bear in mind, the mentorship part is us reaching people or meeting people halfway into making them understand how the actual market works out, right? It's not actually us gonna teach you how to draw trend lines and whatever. We're gonna draw trend lines, obviously, because we also have live trading, but it won't be the best lesson to have until you have our course. So our course is something that you gotta purchase to make sure that you do understand what everything that is happening and all of that. So right now, the reason you probably don't know the thing is because you haven't went through our course to understand the strategy we use in order for you to be able to know how to trade.
So I need to go for the course and not for the mentorship.
The mentorship part, yes. The mentorship part is meant for guidance. It's meant for leading you in the right place. Leading you to the right place is us saying, okay, Zain, what are you struggling with? Okay, I'm struggling with understanding this. I'm starting with understanding this. Yes, I'm not showing you how to draw trend lines right now, but you won't understand it as much as the course is going to teach you how to draw a trend line. Right now, it will be me guiding you how to draw a trend line. It won't be teaching. Remember, as you grow up, you need a guider, a person who's going to tell you, no, having sex at the age of 10 is wrong. Having this at the age of 12 is wrong. You need a person who's going to teach you, look, dog, number one, You need to be like this at a certain age. That's teaching. There's a difference between guiding and teaching. Does that make sense, sir?
Yes, makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so drawing trend lines right now is a guidance. Let me share the screen right now and try to make you understand. Can you see the chart?
Yes, I can see it here.
Okay, so for an example, I'll just erase everything right now on Euro GBP just to make it make sense. Delete all. I go to a daily time frame, right? As I go to a daily time frame, I know I have the first touch, second touch, and third touch. That's how to draw a trend line, right? I have one. I have this 1, 2, 3 as my main touches. Okay, now at the bottom,
Yeah.
I have
Your lower eyes.
yes, sir. 1, 2, and 3. So this is me drawing a trend line. But is this me teaching you how to draw a trend line? It's showing you how to draw a trend line, but I don't teach you what's the reason do I draw a trend line there. That's the main reason to have the course.
Okay. So I must go for the course.
Yes, sir. It's better. It will work best for you that way so that you won't feel lost, right? Right now, the mentorship part is helping you on the right path. Some people have step 1 at number 9. Some people have step 2 at number 3. So you just, us is just taking you step by step, knowing what to do, when and how.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so I appreciate it, man.
So
Stay safe, man.
Can you tell me how much is the course?
We have NASDAQ course for $250 US. We have currency course at $300 US.
Okay.
Okay, so I appreciate you, man.
That one, yeah.
Okay, stay safe.
Okay.
Okay, Lola delay. Ooh. Sorry for pronouncing it bad.
It's Lola. Anyway. Hello.
How are you, ma'am?
Can you hear me? Yes.
Oh, woman in forex.
Yes. I wanted to ask you, how does one deal with losses, especially after today during the NFP? Yeah, I suffered a major loss. And I also have a tendency of like giving up. I would like take a break, maybe 6 months break or 7 months break, and then come back after some time. You know, like I tend to give up, especially after losses. How does one deal with such?
Repeat your question again so that I make sure that I understand.
Okay, I was saying, how does one deal with losses, like major losses, especially after today during the NFP? You know, I experienced a big loss and I have a tendency of giving up, coming back after 6 months or 7 months, especially after losses.
Okay, one question. I feel like you will answer your question. Do you think you want to make a living out of trading?
Yes, I do want to make a living.
And then why do you always give up?
You know, like I give up because like I feel like I ask myself questions like, is it gonna pay off? Is it gonna work, or am I just wasting my time? Stuff like that.
Okay, so already I can see that you are psychologically affected. One thing about trading, you need to actually structure your mindset before you can actually make it win. The hunger you have, remember, even at school, ever since grade 1, you won't tell me you didn't fail term 2 or you haven't failed term 3. There was a point of failure, but it also led you continuously wanted to grow. Don't mute yourself because it's going to ask me to unmute. Okay. Even when you failed term 1 or term 2 or term 3, you always fought in order to make sure that term 4 you pass in order to go to the next grade, right? It's the same thing as trading. In trading, some certain things are there to structure your career. Losing, already you losing out of NFP and then you take a break for 6 months, it tells me the kind of person you are. It tells me that if you don't get what you want, you actually give up. Of which is something, it's a mindset you don't need to have. It's more of let's make an example about relationships. Just because you broke up with the previous person, does that mean that you won't move on?
Nah. No,
Exactly.
I won't.
You will move on eventually, right?
Yeah.
And you moving on, now you're moving on with a better mindset to say, okay, so if a person can cheat, this is how I'm gonna see. If a person does this, this is how I'm gonna see. You learn to deal with things better, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, so that's the same thing as trading. The minute you lose, ask yourself, instead of saying I give up, ask yourself, why did I have a losing trade? The minute you lose, ask yourself, imagine if I lose right now and take a 6-month break. What if tomorrow I was gonna make back the money 10 times more than what I've lost today? If you ask yourself such question.
Yes, I have a lot of times.
And I love the fact that you ask yourself, but then you still end up giving up. That's the one thing you don't want.
Yes,
Lola,
it happened a lot of times.
exactly.
Because I've been in the industry for 3 years and I took a 1-year break and I asked myself, yo, if I didn't take a break, where would I be now?
Bro, you see, you already have the answers.
Yeah.
You already have the answers. It's just a matter of fact of you initiating them. That's all I ask from you. That's all I ask. Lola, this is an advice I have to give you right now. Number one, if you face a loss, right? Make sure you take the loss gracefully. In as much as how you accept if somebody on your family was deceased, or if you or if your boyfriend dumped you, let it be the same way as you accept the loss. There's a difference between understanding that you have lost, and there's a difference between accepting you have lost. You understand that you have lost, that makes you give up. But if you accept that you are lost, you accept and then move on, because you might not know what the next trade has for you. What if the next trade you were going to take was going to buy you a car? But
that is so true.
But already Lola is already giving up and saying, nah, Forex doesn't work for me. If it's going to work or what? So from now, initiate a winning mindset. By initiating a winning mindset, this is what I'm saying. Initiate a winning mindset. Let me read something out for you right now, and then so that it can boost your confidence. Okay. Let me read out something for you right now so that it boosts your confidence. Smart trader. Okay, I got it. Okay, Lola, listen to this. What separates a winning trader from a losing trader is their psychological mindset. The few traders who master the art of trading are those who have developed the appropriate psychological mindset. And that enables them to be consistent winners. There are certain beliefs, attitudes, psychological characteristics that are essential to conquering the world of trading. You see, if you can apply that, trust me, Lola, next year, this time, we will be talking a different story about you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, ne?
Okay, no problem. I appreciate it. Stay safe. Corona is real.
Okay.
Okay, moving forward. King Ndevu. King Ndevu.
Yes, Andele.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. So
Mr.
I saw you.
Mr. Andy.
Okay, Mr. Andy. You prefer being called Mr. than just Andele?
No, I'm just kidding, man.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, so I saw your analysis on NASDAQ then.
What you say?
No, I'm saying I saw your analysis on NASDAQ. And from the way I see it, it shows that it broke outside the resistance, meaning to say it's most likely to go higher, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know if you have a Discord there. There's a picture that I once sent earlier of my analysis. I just wanted to know where did I get it wrong, because mine says it has reached resistance. So today it's sold and it's most likely to go down.
Okay. Remember in the markets, my brother. Let me actually share the screen for NASDAQ right now. Let me share the screen to NASDAQ right now. Oh, okay. So one thing I'm gonna tell you about analysis, sir, is the fact that just because I'm seeing a buy, it doesn't mean you need to see the same thing. Okay.
Okay.
So I might be wrong, you might be right, you might be wrong, I might be right. Remember, the market is the world of probability and possibility.
True.
So breaking it down for you here on that, let me show you why I said for me it's a possible buy. If you can look at my market analysis right now, for me, I have an overall trend line on a daily chart, which is this one right here, which is this one, which is a resistance, and this one is a support. Can you see that?
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
And then going to a 4-hour time frame, you're gonna see there's a bit of breakout over the area that I've circled right there. Can you see it?
I can see that as well.
Okay, so now as I looked at the market, there was an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, and then an impulse again. What happens after an impulse?
It's a correction.
Exactly, it's a correction again. And but now with this correction is that it has actually broke above the structure we had. And actually right now, this is acting as a retest. If you go on an hourly time frame, which is 1 hour, you would see that this is another correction that we are experiencing in the current day. You see that?
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
So for me, because of how the market is being moved, remember I said you need to look left in order to know what's going to happen on the right, or you need to look left for guidance.
Okay.
The market has been respecting impulses and corrections. Why would it stop respecting that right now? That's the question I asked myself before I started seeing this as a potential continuations of buys. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it does make sense. Yes.
Exactly. So now to confirm what I was saying, I went back to a 4-hour time frame. Now I had my reanalysis. So as I joined, let me remove these analysis just to make sure that everybody is on the same space with me. Let me remove this. So I said, okay, now I already found my structure. So let's dwell deeper. I said, okay, cool. From here we have 1, 2, right? From here we have 1,
yes,
and then we have touches till here, right? No, not from there, but from here. Yes, here. So I have the first touch, which is here. I have the first touch, which is here, and I have the second touch, which is there, right?
Okay.
And then at the bottom, I have this right there, and it's been respected. So I have my first touch over here, second touch over there, third touch over here, and fourth touch over here, right?
Okay.
So we broke above the market. This means now we are building up towards a bullish market. The bullish market is this structure that I already built. That is the one that I'm highlighting right now.
Okay.
So when the market is bullish, what do?
We buy.
We buy, exactly. So what would be the reason for me to sell when I can already see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4? Were you on the tours? Did you attend one of our tours?
No, I bought the course on Teachable.
Okay, cool. So remember on the course I said 3 touches confirm a sensitive area, but 4 touches confirm a strong area.
Okay, yes.
So if 4 touches confirm a strong area, this already tells me that this trend line I have as a support right here is one of the strongest trend line, which every time the market reaches at this point, I'm always have to look for buying opportunity because now it's confirmed strong. Okay, otherwise, the market will need to build up a high consolidation momentum that's going to be long in order to make sure that it breaks below and give us selling opportunities. Or rather, we might hit another second wave of coronavirus.
Okay.
Did I make sense?
Yeah, you do make sense. So what let me just try to interpret what you're saying so I understand. So what you're saying is that we look for buys as long as the structure that we have or the setup that we have is not broken. We keep on looking for buys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
It's a matter of fact that why would you look for sales on a bullish market? It doesn't make sense. In as much as we say we can scalp sells, but do you think selling at the bullish market is a good thing?
It's not a good thing.
It's not, because what if you think it's gonna reject there only to find out that it continued?
Okay, I see.
Exactly. I love the fact that you see. A much love, peace, and happiness, sir. Stay safe. Corona is real, man.
Okay, and then just last question.
Okay.
The difference between the NASDAQ and the currencies course, do we have like specific stuff that are covered on the other one where if you don't buy the other one, you don't benefit from it?
Each course has its benefits. I won't lie to you. But the currency one, the reason why it's the most expensive is because it also compounds to building you as well, building you as a professional trader.
Okay.
The NASDAQ course builds you towards becoming a NASDAQ trader, not a professional trader. Remember, NASDAQ is one thing, but currency course is everything.
It's everything.
Yes, currency course is everything. NASDAQ course only focuses on NASDAQ. We teach you how to become a NASDAQ trader. This means with the strategies and every mentorship we have behind NASDAQ, it's not the same thing you can use when you apply to currencies. But if you can take the currencies one, it's something that you can apply if you know NASDAQ.
True.
It's a matter of fact of that we understood that a lot of people, some people come for what they want and some come for what they want.
Okay. So I actually took the currencies one, so I'm fine.
Oh, you are more than fine, sir.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man.
Okay. Stay safe. Corona is real.
Same to you.
All right, guys. All right. Mr. Tepo, Mr. _ Tepo.
Hi, how are you, sir?
I'm pretty good. How are you, man?
I'm all right. Is there an echo because I'm not using my earphones? Can you hear me properly?
I can hear you properly. My name is FX Gold, Andy from FX Gold. What's your name?
My name is Tepo.
Okay, now but I'm just laughing.
All right, so what I have is not really a question, it's just advice. So after learning a lot from you guys, the mentorship and everything, I've learned that my strategy is improving. You guys are really helping me a lot. And my analysis has actually sharpened over the recent days after buying the mentorship. And I'm really thankful to you guys. So
can you a bit speak up? I can't really hear you, bro. Sorry for interrupting.
Can you hear me properly now?
Yes. I just wanted to speak up. I can hear you, but you're speaking so low.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll raise up my voice. So the issue I'm having is that, well, recently we took trades with, I think it's Tabis or someone. So he took a trade, I think it was Euro USD, and he said we should sell it. And I was confused on why we should sell it because I didn't see any market structure, trend lines, or anything happening. And so I took the trade and it went in the wrong direction. And I'm not saying a bad thing or just saying he's a bad trader or anything. I know that we traders take losses and all those things. But my thingy, what I would have thought of was wait until I see a pattern first, and then taking the trade in the direction which I think it will go. And so the advice I have is asking you whether I should next time take the trade regardless of whether I see the pattern, take the signal regardless of whether I see the pattern or not, or just wait for my analysis, which most of the time is not that bad, basically. Hello? Wait, can you hear me? Hello? I can't hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Tebo.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, repeat what you said.
I said recently we took a trade with, I don't remember who it was, but it was one of the thingies, the mentors, and he said that we should sell. I think he said we should sell EURUSD at some point, and I took a loss. And another time again, there was another guy that said we should sell gold. And I actually took a loss as well. And on those two situations, I didn't see any pattern or anything that might confirm a sell or a buy for me. So my question is, should I wait next time and wait for my analysis to see if I agree with the mentor, or just take the signal?
Basically, it's all up to how you want to take it. In a sense that I remember myself when I subscribed for signals in my beginner stages, I didn't look at signals in a sense of how do I need to place. I looked at signals in a sense that why is he saying it's a sell? That's how I saw signals.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah, well, sorry.
I looked at signals in a sense that when he said, okay, guys, sell right now, I would ask myself, why should we sell? And then I'll reanalyze in order to confirm it if it's a buy. But if it confirmed with me that it's a buy, then I would buy it.
Okay, that makes sense. But most of the time when you guys give out signals, when you guys analyze and create signals, I keep on looking at you guys' analysis and see why is he thinking it's a buy or a sell. And most of the times you guys are correct. And at most times I'm the one that's incorrect. So that's when I raised trust and confidence in you guys' signal. But at the end of the day, I know that trading is risky and we're not always correct. So that's when I took the signal without having to think about anything. And that's when it resulted in me having to blow my account.
Okay, repeat what you said again. The minute you worked with us.
Sorry?
The minute you did work with us, trusting in what?
Yeah, I trusted in you guys' signal, in your guys' analysis, because most of the times your analysis are correct.
That's great to hear, man. I wouldn't lie to you. That's great to hear. So you just gotta find a way to align with how we do analyze. That's why I said to most of your guys that in as much as you subscribe for mentorship, we are there to guide you and make you learn while you earn through guiding you. But having the course sometimes is really important because it makes you be at the space where we are already at with regarding how we analyze, how we trade. Does that make sense, sir?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Are you sorted right now?
Yeah, I am. Well, I have another question as well. So I heard you talking about the trend lines, the support and resistance to the other guy, and you said 4 touches confirmed that that's a strong zone. And then a break from that structure will result in us, if it's in supports, it will want us to sell. So my question is, does it always do you always have to look for sells when it's broken through support? Is it like something that always happens?
It's a matter of fact that the true fact is, I would say that's how I approach it, right? It's like when we break below resistance, when we break above resistance, why would you want to buy? Because we already broke. Unless, but the safest way to buy is by actually making sure that you get a confirmation of an impulse up to break the resistance, and then a correction after to make sure that it's a confirmation. You gotta have confirmations for breakout as well.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, just because it broke above, it doesn't mean it's gonna buy. It can break above, spike up, and then come back down again. What gonna do?
Yeah, that happens a lot.
You understand now?
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, so if you are sorted, man, stay safe. Corona is real. Much love, peace, and happiness.
All right, thanks, bro.
Yes, sir. Whoa. Okay, I'm taking the last 2 people right now. Alec Matthews or something. Alice or Alec. I'm not sure. So if I pronounce it bad.
No problem, man. How's your evening, man?
Now my evening is good. How do you pronounce your name?
That's actually Elik. It's a Vambo name, you know. I'm from Namibia, but it's a Vambo name. It's Elik.
Okay, no problem. So what can we do for you today?
Okay, well, the thing is this, I just have a problem when it comes to finding confirmations. I'm perfect when it comes to analyzing, but when it comes to confirmations, I'm just, you know, I'm always losing money. My question is, whenever you are looking for a confirmation, what's that you used to look at?
What are you saying, sir?
I'm saying I have a problem when it comes to finding confirmations. Like I'm perfect. I mean, I'm good when it comes to analyzing, but when it comes to confirmations, I'm just a problem. Now my question is, whenever you are finding your confirmation, what's that you used to look at?
Okay. So if there's one thing I look at is number one, before you get a confirmation to enter a trade, there's three things you need to look for. Number one is the market price, where the price is currently at. Number two is the structure that the market built. Number three is the pattern that the market built. Right? Can you see the chart right now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, for an example, the reason why I'll be entering buy over here is because number one, the market crossed the overall entire resistance right there, right? That's number one. Number two, it's the retest that we have over the highlighted point over here, right? Number three, it will be the channel or the structure that the market has built overall, which is a bullish structure. So it's three confirmations. Number one, bullish structure. Number two, the breakout and retest over here. Number three, it's the break above the structure that's here.
Okay, let me ask you, like, where the market is currently. I mean, where the market is right now. So, right now, if you are to enter like a buy, are you gonna wait for the market to? I mean, for the candlestick to close, and then you see a buying candlestick, or what are you gonna look at? Or you just enter a sell like that? Because now the market closes that a trend line, that resistance trend line, then on top, and then right now we are in a bullish, and then obviously we are looking for a buy. What confirmation are you gonna add, like on top of everything that you just told me right now, like in terms of price action, then, or maybe candlestick, then what are you gonna look at?
It's just simply the basic things I just said, sir. There's no way to say a candlestick is what, the candlestick is what now. Candlesticks move the way they have to move. Remember, candlesticks are there to show you the volatility of the market. In as much as it keeps going up, down, it's showing that there's a conflict between buyers and sellers. But in this current moment, it's the fact that the buyers are winning. That's why we have a structure that's going up like this. So I'm not going to look at any candlestick. I'm not going to look at everything. I looked at number one, as I said, the structure. The structure is that we are in a bullish market, right? And then number two, there's a breakout and a retest. That's number two. And then number three, it's what's happening right now. The direction that I'm getting is a confirmation that it's an impulse and a correction. So what do we do on an impulse and a correction? We buy as continuation. It's not about candlestick, it's about the direction that I'm choosing. The direction and what comes with the confirmation of the direction.
There, I got you.
Okay, stay safe, sir. Corona is real, ne?
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Okay, the last person for the day. J23. J23.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Are we chilling, man? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. The question that I have, it's about currency and indexes.
Yes, sir.
So how do you approach the difference between them? Like when you, besides the trend lines and the zones, let's say like I've watched Tabiso analyze his intraday by counting. So do you also apply the same thing on indexes?
Okay. To put it in simple terms, the difference between the two is that currencies, it's economies of the whole entire world, right?
Okay.
By economies, I mean in South Africa, if we having high prices, high inflation, high taxes, that's gonna lead to South Africa falling because a lot of people are gonna be losing a lot of money in the sake of compensating for the government. Okay.
Okay.
And then with indices, it's businesses. It has to do with Google, Facebook, Twitter, Tesla, iPhone, iStore or Apple Store. Apple company, sorry about that. Companies that are big. So the difference is currencies, we focus on the economies of the world. For instance, South Africa, America, Europe, the England, British, etc. We focus on the economy side of every country. But with indices, we focus on businesses. Like, how is Tesla doing? How is Apple doing? How is Facebook doing? How is, what can I say? Yeah, such companies, how are they doing? We focus more on that. So that's one thing that separates the two, economies and businesses. So when you go to the market, you need to look at how economies are doing. That's one reason every time before I start placing trades on USD related pairs, I like going to the USD index. It's because it guides me to understand how is the economy of America or any place that uses the dollar, how are they doing? Are they coping well? Is the dollar strong or is it weak? But when I go to Google, when I'm about to trade indices, I go to CNBC. CNBC, it's an app you need to download and have in order to make sure to spot NASDAQ or every company that falls under NASDAQ news. You need to keep up with them in order to understand how NASDAQ movements are going to possibly be. If on CNBC, companies are shown as green, it shows that NASDAQ has high volatile number or high volatility in the market buying. But if all are red, it shows that the market might be possibly selling soon. Does that make sense?
So you mean that we should not approach indexes and currency the same?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So the method that you apply to analyze currency, it can be slightly different with the indexes. Because I'm asking this question.
Now it's a different question. The approach is the same, but how I look at the market is different. I approach it with the same way as I approach currencies. I use patterns, structures, and zones, right? But when I look at currencies, I would approach it in a way of an economic way. But when I approach NASDAQ, it will be more in a business type of way.
Okay.
For an example, right now, a lot of people would say NASDAQ is buying, is selling, is gonna sell because we reached what? A resistance zone, right?
Yes.
But for me, according to how businesses are doing, it won't be a sell. For me, it's a buy because businesses are doing good.
Okay, okay. They have
and then if I go to currencies and USD, I assume it's gonna be weak. Right now, as you can see right now, I'm in a trade of USD JPY. It's shown on the screen right now. I'm in a sell because the USD is weak and we had a triple top at the bottom, at the top.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So my last question, man. since well we came to this session as a mentor.
Yes, sir.
What were your mentors and what books have you read about trading Forex?
Okay. Who was my mentor? My mentor was Emmanuel Tapelo and Jago. But I would say they were my mentors in a sense of guidance, because they had a lot of experience in trading more than I did. So when we joined paths, it actually helped me to actually structure my knowledge properly. That is why we always emphasize to saying, no man is an island. Don't be alone when it comes to trading journey. At least if you are two, you have somebody who's opinionated towards how you view the market, or how you look at the market, or how the approach of the psychology is. You have someone that you can look at the market together and have differences into understanding what you can learn from him and what he can learn from you. Okay. So I had the knowledge, I had everything. But the minute I started not being an island, that's when I got my breakthrough, because now I was not alone. I was able to see things that I would never see if I'm alone. Okay. And the books I've read is, the first book I'd suggest for you is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's going to help you with money management.
I've read that. I have that one.
Okay, it's Rich Dad, Poor Dad is going to help you with that. And then I think it's, what is that book? Is it Secret or The Secret? Something like that, Secret or The Secret. That shows you, that's the book that shows you the power of manifestation. And then the last book is The Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, man.
All right, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Okay, but nonetheless, guys, it was great having a session with you. Unfortunately, I can't take everybody's question. I took, I think, more than 10 right now. And it actually works best for everybody. Lucas and Ngoz, I can see you with the Chuskov there, my man. You chilling and having a nice time. It's nice seeing everybody happy, man. It's nice seeing everybody happy. And I can see a lot of people actually, man. It's nice to see you guys actually going for what you want. Shiandre, I can see you. Annalisa, Alexia, Katie, Tinashe. I can see everybody, guys. Just because I didn't highlight you doesn't mean I don't see you. I can see everybody. Zane, I see you again with your beautiful haircut. Mr. Barcode, I can see you there with your trading station. It looks superb, man. It looks superb. I like it. And beyond everything, guys, I noticed everybody that's here on the session. Nonetheless, this is FX Goat, your mentor, and we out. Yes, sir.